CNN has been caught staging yet another story. In this clip, you will see CNN's Drew Griffin starting off wearing khaki shorts and sandals before the camera cuts out, and when it returns, he's wearing black pants and rain boots.
Look at this. Get out, dude! You got a power cord? Buddy, come on, get up out of that water. No, don't go backwards. You all right? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We got a car in a ditch. We just pulled a fellow out.
I want to thank these guys for saving my life. Thank you.
Where are you from, buddy?
Winnie, Texas.
Winnie, Texas. So you guys have been hit pretty hard in Winnie, Texas.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jerry Summerall.
Jerry, somebody needs to come and get you.
I'm staying at the motel right up here.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, just take a breath. Take a breath. Get some water.
Another interesting thing was that the truck was attempting to cross an entire ravine to get to the gas station, apparently. This whole thing just doesn't seem to add up. It's possible that he just threw some pants and boots on and that the part was just cut out. Considering their history of faking news, I believe it is quite likely that CNN was not able to find news stories, so they had to create a story. This happened 2 months ago as well after the terrorist attack in London, where CNN reporters staged a candlelight vigil. CNN cares little for the truth, but rather what sells. This is why you always need to be aware, diligent, and make sure you look for small signs like these that show that everything is not always as it seems. Next, I thought it would be interesting to take a look at an older clip from 2003. For anyone that thinks CNN hasn't always been this bad, think again.
Hi, Kara. Good to be with you.
Well, if the ban on assault weapons expires, what kind of weapons would be legal?
Kara, let me say this at the start. I'm glad you ran that story because apparently the only difference between the New York Times and CNN is that when a reporter for the New York Times fakes a story, he's fired, and at CNN, he's not. Your bureau chief, John Zarella, deliberately faked the story yesterday, intending to show that the performance characteristics of banned firearms on the list are somehow different from the performance characteristics of firearms not on the ban list. He was implying that these were machine guns or fully automatic guns. That's not true.
Mr. LaPierre, I have to stop you there. No one fakes stories at CNN, and John Zarella definitely did not fake a story at CNN.
Who can forget, even if they tried, the CNN blackmail that happened back in July? CNN threatened to dox a Redditor who made a GIF that humiliated them. They demanded that he apologize or else his private information might be leaked. This, of course, sparked outrage throughout social media for weeks. However, their virtue signaling credibility went through the roof. The news entertainment practices of CNN have lowered the bar to a degree that has created a market demand for legitimate journalism. Some people and channels throughout all video platforms give much more of a detailed analysis of current events than anything you are likely to find on most mainstream websites. They have poisoned their own well with arrogance, certain that their actions would not change their credibility. They were wrong, and they are now associated with tabloid websites more than actual serious news. They are a walking joke themselves, something that ends up being a talking point of the day due to how far off the mark they are or how obviously disingenuous they are being. CNN is not fake news. They aren't even very fake news. CNN is propaganda made on behalf of their sponsors.